In this episode, I'll be sharing with you how to buy and sell a home at the same time in today's market. Welcome everyone to this episode of the AskJasonGelios Show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you tuning into this episode. I got some great information here, so I want to just go ahead and dive right into this. So, how do you buy and sell a home, especially in today's market? It's late 2022. We're about a month away from 2023. We have higher mortgage rates, right? We've seen increases over the course of 2022. We still have a shortage of housing inventory. Many home buyers are actually stalling their efforts for now, hoping that the rates come down more, which quite honestly, the rates, even going into 2023, we're going to see the rates kind of hover around probably 8%, I would say, in 2023, which, by the way, the historical average for mortgage rates is 8%. So we can't freak out, right? However, many home buyers are saying, well, you know what, we're going to wait and see what the market does, which I understand that. Now, we have more first-time home buyers entering the market, which makes it interesting. But let's get back to the topic of how to buy and sell a home at the same time in today's market. So I guess you could say this is the 2022-23 edition of how to buy a home and sell a home at the same time. So first off, buying a home and selling a home at the same time is a blessing and a curse. Meaning, yes, it's awesome when you sell a home that you have a place to go to and you're working on that at the same time. However, it can be a curse because it can be stressful. You're navigating both sides, okay? So it can be a little bit stressful. However, I feel that it's awesome to have a home to go to and you're working on closing on that as you are selling your home. So now, over the past few years, and by the way, all this information is courtesy of Realtor.com as well as the National Association of Realtors, because I like to share with you information that is factual. So, over the course of the past year, demand for homes has driven prices through the roof. Okay, they have still gone up. Home equity has the amount of home equity that homeowners have in their homes has reached record levels. That's huge. Okay, many people are sitting on equity that is pretty healthy amount, right? Homeowners are sitting on a pile of cash, right? And they are finding that beneficial when they go to purchase a home, because you can use that money at the time of sale of your current home towards your new home, and it brings that down. It helps you negotiate better, helps you get a better option with a lender, all these things, right? Now, any home buyer out there right now is going to face steep mortgage rates, yes. However, you can negotiate better. Buyers right now have more negotiating power when it comes to purchasing a home than they did last year, okay? Prices are not inflated right now. Now, 2/3 of homeowners right now are sitting on loans that are about 3 to 4%. Some are less, I get it, but it's about 3 to 4% interest rate right now. So that's kind of tough, right? Okay, do I sell my home and get a home that's at 7 or 8%? If you have great credit, that's kind of it. It does make them a little bit reluctant to sell. Okay, so you've got to expect that. That's why we also have a continued shortage of housing inventory, because many sellers just don't want to give that lower payment up for a new home. So people who are buying and selling right now, in my opinion, have to do something. They have to move, or they just have such a strong interest in getting a bigger home or downsizing or whatever the case is that they're willing to give up that great interest rate and sell their home. Now, here's the thing, okay? With home prices being still high and buyer competition thinned out a little bit, okay, hence our transition towards a home buyer's market, it's still a good time for sellers to make a move, okay? Because for one, not every buyer needs a mortgage, okay? However, okay, it could still be a good move because you will still get a decent amount for your current home. You might not have 40 offers on it, but you'll probably get somebody who has to make a move. Especially right now, late 2022, we're in the holiday season, right? Serious buyers, serious sellers. So The big question for home sellers is, do you buy a home or sell your home first, right? Do you go out and find a home and then put your house on the market, or or vice versa? What do you do? Do you sell your home and then look hard and get out there and get a home? So buying first gives you an opportunity to move out before putting your home on the market. I personally feel that you should have somewhat of an idea or have some homes in mind, and maybe even an accepted offer on a home that will give you peace of mind. So when you go to sell your home, which you can always put it on the market quick, provided it's ready, but I feel you should have a home picked out first. Now, many times the home that you're buying, they want to see that your home is listed. Okay, so it would be a contingent offer, which is not as strong as just placing an offer and saying, hey, I can move forward. However, there's less competition on the buying side, so you may have the power to actually do that, to negotiate that. And with the shortage of inventory, your current home may sell at a good, or rather in a timely manner, if it's priced right. You gotta be priced right, by the way, in any market. Okay, so this helps. So buying first gives you an opportunity to move out before putting your prior home on the market. It also helps the seller avoid the headaches of living in a home that is for sale, right? And you're doing all these things, just, I don't know. It's a little bit less stressful, of course, but you have to make arrangements for a place to live while you go through purchasing your new home. Now, what happens if you sell first? So selling first lets you know just how much you'll make on the sale before shopping. So if you need to have the numbers work, which I hate when agents say that, the numbers got to work. Okay, many times listing agents say that. What does that mean, right? Every number is different for every person. But when you sell a home first, okay, I'm making X amount off the deal, and I know how much I can really shop for. It gives you a definite number instead of just, having a rough idea, okay? However, this means when you sell first, you have to find a temporary place to live in between. I don't think that's a bad thing if you can make that work. Many times people buying new builds, they have to wait for their home to be built. So they do that. They sell their home and they use the money to go through the process with the builder, right? Because they have deposits at certain stages. So now, while buying your next home first allows you to actually avoid the annoyance of finding temporary living and all that stuff and moving twice. It's more risky, okay? Because you're basically putting yourself at more risk. If your current property doesn't sell quickly, you could end up paying two properties at once. That's if you don't do a contingent offer. So if you say no big deal, like I'm gonna buy this house and then try to sell my house. I'm gonna carry both mortgage payments until that one sells. No big deal. Well, if it doesn't sell right away, you're paying on two houses, including the maintenance, keeping up the heating bill, the utilities, all that fun stuff. Okay, so. Right now, that's a strong possibility, by the way, because homes are lingering on the market a little bit longer right now than they did in 2021. The market is bound to get even more sluggish if we see those mortgage rates remaining high or going up higher. If the Fed decides, by the way, to actually raise the rates again in 2023. Okay, so I'm going to share with you some options for sellers who want to buy first. Okay. You could do what's called a bridge loan, where you carry a bridge loan. It's one loan for both homes, and then the other home sells, and it helps. You can pay that down. I don't recommend that. Those aren't as common these days. If you're a lender watching this, let me know how many times you've done a bridge loan. I would definitely love to know. But basically, that's a little bit risky, carrying two homes at once. I wouldn't even do that, quite honestly. Although sometimes bridge loans will allow for short-term use of your equity in your current property as a down payment for your next home. So there is some flexibility, but I personally wouldn't do that. Now, another option is to do that contingent offer that I mentioned, where you put a contingent offer on a home that you want to buy, and it's contingent upon your home getting an offer and then closing, right? There's two steps to that part. And then other things too, you could sell your home to investors or, people who try to lowball a seller to get their home sold quickly. It just depends on how fast you want to get out. I don't recommend that either, by the way, unless you are desperate to sell. Now, options for sellers who want to actually sell before buying. So homeowners who prefer to sell first and to avoid, moving into temporary living in between is, you can actually sell your home and then just extend your occupancy, but you are essentially paying rent in the home that you sold until your other home works out. And that's kind of tricky because many times home buyers don't want to do that. But with a shortage of inventory right now, you may be able to get away with that as a seller. Now, should sellers make an all-cash offer? I don't come across all-cash offers often. Most of the time, people need to actually get a mortgage. However, if you have equity in your current home, yes, you could use your equity, if it's enough, to buy the house that you want to purchase all cash, and then you just have this house and it's paid off already. You could do that. Don't come across that often, but they're out there. Those buyers are definitely out there, okay? Now, I want to share with you something else too. And that is that basically there's a method to the madness in terms of buying and selling a home at the same time. For one, if you're working with a realtor, they should be able to walk you through the steps on both properties, right? You should have, provided it's the same agent. If you're moving out of state, you might be dealing with two different agents, or you just prefer, I don't know, however you have it set up. But they should be walking you through the process, okay? If you're selling your home and you're awaiting a home inspection, you should schedule a home inspection on the house that you're buying. Once you get past appraisal on your current home that you're selling, you want to have the lender schedule appraisal on the other home, okay? You want to keep that process moving and then get it done. Because you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to just sit around and be like, okay, we're not going to do inspection. What happens if you are selling your current home and your buyer is moving past inspection and they're happy, right? But then the house that you're going to hopefully purchase, that inspection fails, or it reveals something crazy expensive, like the foundation is shifting from the top top of the house or whatever, right? You want to know that before you move forward so that you can either renegotiate or just basically, get a different home in place. So just want to share with you this great information. It's a lot of information, but I hope you found it valuable. Have you ever bought and sold a home at the same time? I'd love to actually read your comments below. Definitely share that with me. Now, I invite you to follow me on social media. Those links are in the description below, as well as visit my website. It's allabouttherealestate.com, and you can fill out the pop-up form to receive a brand new episode in your email once a week so you don't miss out. Otherwise, I really appreciate you watching. Please share this value-packed episode and other episodes of the Ask Jason Gelios Show with friends and family, whoever you feel would find value in these episodes and content. So otherwise, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you watching.